Before we start, make sure you subscribe and like this video. Story 1. The Ding Dong Ditch. On a warm summer night, a group of friends gathered for their usual game of Ding Dong Ditch. Laughter filled the air as they ran from door to door, playing pranks on unsuspecting neighbors. However, when they reached the forsaken Victorian house, an uneasy hush fell over them. "Come on, don't be scared," urged Jake, the ringleader of the group. Reluctantly, they rang the doorbell and dashed towards safety. But as they turned the corner, they were met with a chilling sight. A man shrouded in darkness, his eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" the man bellowed, his voice sending shivers down their spines. The friends stood frozen in terror as he advanced towards them, his shadow stretching ominously across the ground. "Please, we didn't mean any harm," pleaded Sarah, the youngest of the group. But the man's face twisted into a cruel smirk, revealing a row of sharp, glistening teeth. "You have trespassed where you do not belong," he hissed. With a wave of his hand, the friends were engulfed in a blinding light, their screams echoing into the night. When they awoke, they found themselves in a strange, unfamiliar place. The air was thick with an oppressive energy, and the skies were a hazy crimson red. Towering, twisted structures loomed over them, casting long, ominous shadows. "Where are we?" whispered Jake, his voice trembling. "I don't know, but we need to get out of here," replied Sarah, her eyes darting around in search of an escape. As they tried to navigate this nightmarish landscape, they encountered strange, otherworldly creatures, beings with razor-sharp talons, glowing eyes, and a hunger for human flesh. The friends ran for their lives, their lungs burning, as they desperately sought a way back to the world they knew. Just when all hope seemed lost, they stumbled upon a glowing portal. Without hesitation, they leaped through, each one praying that they would find themselves back in the familiar streets of their hometown. The moment they stepped through the portal, they found themselves back on the very same street where their ill-fated game of Ding Dong Ditch had begun. Shaken and traumatized, they vowed to never again disturb the peace of the forsaken Victorian house or its mysterious occupant. The encounter had left an indelible mark on their souls, a reminder that some doors should never be opened and some secrets are best left undisturbed. Story 2. The Haunting. Meanwhile, at the nearby college, Lily, a young student, had just moved into a rented house on the outskirts of the town. From the moment she stepped foot inside, she felt a cold presence watching her every move. Shadows danced in the corners, whispers echoed through the halls, and a sense of dread hung heavy in the air. As the nights wore on, the paranormal activity escalated. Objects moved on their own, icy fingers brushed against her skin, and ghostly figures lurked in the darkness. Lily's once peaceful home had turned into a nightmare. Determined to uncover the truth, Lily delved into the house's dark history. She discovered that it was once owned by a notorious sorcerer who practiced dark magic and made deals with demonic entities. It seemed that his malevolent presence still lingered within the walls, seeking to claim new victims. But Lily refused to be a pawn in his twisted games. Armed with ancient incantations and a fierce determination, she confronted the spirits that haunted her home. Chanting the arcane words, she unleashed a surge of pure white energy, banishing the malevolent forces that had taken hold. With a blinding flash of light, the house was cleansed of its dark energy, and peace was restored once more. Lily felt a weight lift from her shoulders, and the oppressive atmosphere that had once hung over the house had dissipated. As she walked through the now tranquil rooms, Lily couldn't help but wonder about the sorcerer's fate. Had he been vanquished, or was he still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the chance to reclaim his domain? Regardless, Lily knew that she had faced her fears and emerged victorious. The house was hers once more, free from the grip of the supernatural forces that had once threatened to consume her. She vowed to protect it and all who entered from the dark powers that still lurked in the world. Story 3: The Maid's Revelation. In the heart of Willow Creek, a maid named Isabel worked in the grand mansion of the town's wealthiest family. One day, while cleaning the basement, she stumbled upon a locked door hidden behind a tapestry. Intrigued, she managed to open it, only to be met with a grisly sight. Rows of decaying corpses lined the walls, their empty sockets staring accusingly at her. The stench of death filled the air, and Isabel's blood ran cold. Trembling with fear, she realized the true extent of her employer's dark secrets. Before she could flee, of the family, a woman as cold and calculating as the corpses themselves. "You were never meant to see this," she sneered, her eyes glinting with malice. Isabel's heart raced as the woman advanced towards her, a wicked grin spreading across her face. "You've discovered our little secret, haven't you?" she purred. "But don't worry, dear. You won't be around to tell anyone about it." With a wave of her hand, the woman conjured a swirling portal of darkness. Isabel watched in horror as the corpses began to move, their lifeless limbs reaching out towards her. Panic gripping her, she turned and fled, her screams echoing through the mansion. As she burst out into the light of day, Isabel knew that she had uncovered a truth that could shatter the facade of wealth and privilege in Willow Creek forever. The town's elite were not the benevolent leaders they portrayed themselves to be, but rather a cabal of dark sorcerers who had made pacts with the forces of evil. Isabel knew that she could not remain silent. She had to find a way to expose the family's sinister activities and bring them to justice. But the weight of the knowledge she carried was a heavy burden, and she knew that her life would never be the same again. The echoes of the past whispered through the streets of Willow Creek, a reminder that even in the most idyllic of places, darkness could take root and thrive. The maid's revelation had set in motion a chain of events that would shake the very foundations of the town, and the consequences would be felt by all who lived there. Please subscribe and like the video. Also comment your favorite horror movie so I can stay motivated to upload more videos like this.